Scorpio, welcome to your Astroflower reading for the magical month of March. We've just gone through funny February, and boy, has it been a funny February. So I have done a collective reading on March, and it is a collective reading. You've really got to look at it like that. Obviously, the human race, and our plane, our collective consciousness, and how we connect with everything that is around us. It's really important. This is going to be a personal reading about trying to get more into the detail of what's going through your life at the moment, and how you should approach it. What is the benefits for you and for the people that are around you, and see if there's anything that you need to keep an eye on, or other things you really need to go for. Let's just go. So we're going to be going through your chakras, your aura, and your tarot reading. Let's go into your chakras straight away. Okay, so your root chakra, the base of it is quite solid, and this could well be that collective reading side of things. The base of it is quite solid, but there is a little blurring of the upper section of the chakra on both sides, and that blurring is maybe movement about what's happening in your life at the moment. There might be transitions that you might be going through in regards to work, as much as through your own personal life as well. It could well be the fact that you might be meeting someone that corresponds to you. You might be also changing job or changing house or that sort of thing. Within the root chakra, the top of it, as I say, is not necessarily blurred. That's not really. It's not got so much of a solid shape. So there is movement there at the moment, but the very base of it is very, very solid, and I think that's connected to the collective reading that I went into. Okay, let's just see what's going on your sacrum. Okay, so there's a lot of what you would consider work at the moment, doing things, getting things done. Maybe administration, maybe also general work as it is. You might have a lot on your plate. You might have a lot on your plate in your physical life, as I said, moving house, or or renovating a house, or buying stuff, or dealing with family administration and stuff like that. You just got to be a little bit wary of the work play ethic, because the play side of life within your sacrum, which is all to do with your desires, seems to be missing a little bit. Seems like there needs to be a little bit of obviously, as I say, you might have a lot on your plate this month, and if you do have a lot on your plate this month, then obviously you're not going to have the time to go out and do the play things that you want to. So I would choose a lot of small things that you can do on a very regular basis, in order to sort of have it as a safety valve that goes, oh yeah, okay, cool, relax. That sort of thing. I think you need to get into a bit of safety valves within your own desires and pleasures. Let's just see what's going on your solar plexus here. That's really, 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 really superly defined. Too defined. It's a bit regimental. Therefore, your passion is kind of going, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it regardless. Be careful of that. You might tie yourself up, especially because you might have a lot on your plate at the moment. And I can understand that when you've got a lot on your plate, you've got to kind of keep to a rhythm or keep to a plan and stuff like that. That is a very good thing. But also realize that you're also engaging with the outside world, and that outside world may throw you curveballs every now and then. And if the world is going to throw you curveballs, you've got to have a little bit of more flexibility within your passion, within your energies, in order to embrace those sort of those changes, or those movements that you may need to do. It may also put you in a position of difficulty within your social environment where it may be a case of being too hard and rigid with yourself means that you're hard and rigid with people around you. That's what you've got to be a little bit wary of, I think. Okay? Yes, I think you've got a lot on your plate. I really do, Scorpio. And with that lot on your plate at the moment, it makes everybody a little bit hard, regardless of the sign. So I would be wary of that, and that's when I'd get a bit more sort of happy or playful little things in your life that's going to help you to have that sort of safety valve that relieves you of that pressure in life. Let's just see what's going on in your relationships. Not in your relationships, in your heart chakra. Well, there seems to be a introspective on yourself here. As I said, I think you've got a lot on your plate, so therefore socializing may be a little bit down on the list of your priorities. And when you can be a little bit hard on yourself, as I said earlier on, you could be hard on the world outside. I think that could affect you emotionally. You might realize that you're not doing enough to enjoy life. So, and that means getting out and doing things. It doesn't necessarily sort of means not doing anything. It's getting out there and doing the little things that actually causes you pleasure will relieve any emotions that you might have on your heart, because it looks like it could well be an emotional month for you this month here, and things that come home to roost, as it were, within your heart chakra. That's what it appears to be like. It's following very much the collective reading which I've done on this channel, which you should go and see. And as I say, it's for the collective. It really is for the human consciousness and etc. and our connection with everything that is around us. But looking at your heart, you do have this one petal which is concerned with sort of relationships, of one-to-one relationships and stuff like that, which doesn't seem to be firing on all cylinders. Let's put it that way. And if it's not firing on all cylinders, it might be a little bit painful for you this month, and it might be the realization that someone's not being fair to you, or something like that. It could well be that. We will see. We'll see in the readings of the tarots. I think here, this is where tarots are going to help us elucidate a lot more about how we're going forward and what's going on in your life. Let's just have a look what's going on the third eye and the throat chakra. There we go again. A lot more on your plates. You've got a lot of thinking going on. I think this is going to be a stressful month for you, Scorpio. There's a lot of good that's going to come out of it, because you're going to sort out a lot of things. It's going to give you enormous amount of clarity, I think, going forward from April. But in order to get that clarity, we need to clear up the house. To get things clear, you need to clean up the house and sort things out and assess things, what you want to keep, what you want to throw away, that sort of thing. And I wouldn't dwell on too much on things, basically. Let's just see what's going on your crown chakra. A lot of emotions, which seems to be tied up to your heart chakra. These emotions can sometimes be a little bit overwhelming. You can adjust this. You can take a lot out of your through meditation. You can take a lot of the energy out of your third eye and your crown, and just bring it down through that soap bubble that I talk about. Just bring it down to your toes and let it pop at your toes. So you can get back in your body, get back connected with your feelings and your sentiments in regards to life. And in order to sort this heart situation going on, you need to be in your body and not in your head. If you're in your head, you risk to sort of run around in circles and not really helping yourself. And that's not going to help you. It's not going to help anybody. Okay? So let's just have a look what's going on your so I was just checking to make sure everything was recording. Let's just see what's going on in your aura. There's a realization. I think it's going to come in quite quickly. I would have thought it's going to be in the first 15 days, in the first half of March. There's going to be a realization of your connection to the outside world. It's running through the lower echelons of your aura now. So we're talking about your root and your sacrum positioning. And it's a change that comes in with your consciousness of how you're connected to the world around you. And it may not be as you well see. It may mean that you need to recalibrate how you think about things, how you position yourself in life, according to relationships and etc. There is a definite change happening in there. And it is a recalibration moment. A recalibration moment by the looks of things within your aura. Let's just see if there's anything else coming through. The rest of it seems okay. There doesn't seem to be anything untoward sort of playing on you, because March is a month where things are going to start moving, and you don't like too much when things move. You like things to be consistent. And not too much change in life. And when you get this consistency, that's when you feel at home. And there is a lot of change that is going around you. So there seems to be a bit of a protectionist sort of thing going upon your aura, sort of just trying to protect yourself from the outside world. I think the outside world is going to get there whether you like it or not. And I would embrace the change if I was you. Okay? But there is this realization comes within, I think it comes within the first 10 days, but this realization that's sort of saying, okay, this is what the world is, and this is how the world is, this is how I should be. Okay? But apart from that, your energy seems really quite nice. Let's have a look what's going on with your tarot reading, see if we can get some specifics in there, because there's very poignant things on your heart that I'd like to see if that sort of comes out. This is the overall energy, the karmic mission here, and then we got week 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll do a general overall outcome for it all as well. So this is for Scorpio. What's the general energy for this month here? Learning process. Learning to get towards your desires. Opening up your heart through actions and through ways in order to get to your desires and your dreams and stuff like that. So if you love chocolate, in order to satisfy that love for chocolate, you've got to go and buy chocolate. It's a very simple example, but it's pretty much like that. That's the learning curve of the Hierophant. It's putting in the 3 different components so you actually get the joy out of life. So you've got to make sure you got the right amount of emotions, the right amount of physical, and the right amount of energy into the situation. That's why on the front of the Hierophant, I don't know if you can see there, they've got like 3 learning curves. And so the vertical energy, which is depicted there on their t-shirt, is the crown and the root chakra. And the other chakras are the horizontal lines that go across it. And it's understanding of how you put, what you put your emotions into, what you put your physical life into, and what you put your energy into. That seems to be the overall learning curve this week. And as I said, I think it's a good way of setting yourself up for April. And things need to be done. There needs to be some form of clear up, some form of order put into your life in order for you to see clearly to plow on with where you should be going. Let's see what the karmic mission is on your relationship side. Love. It's learning about the connection between you and the other person, connection with you and maybe the group. But what it is here is, as I said, don't be so hard on yourself, because you'll end up being hard on the relationships around you. And this is what you're learning. You're learning every aspect of connecting or unifying both sides of it. Unifying your wants and desires for relationships and the wants and desires of the outside world, really connecting in a harmonious way with you and your inside. Do not be scared, Scorpio, of what people can think, what they can say, or anything like that. And I don't mean sort of like go forward brazenly kind of going, I don't care about the rest of the world. That's not what I mean. I just kind of sort of saying, just realise some people are like what they are. And once you realise that, then you can take and leave everything that is around you. Let's see what's going on the karmic mission on your financial sort of side. Yeah, I said you've got a lot on your plate. Six of Swords, it's a rite of passage. You're going through a lot, and I think it's more on the physical side than on the emotional side. Yes, it's going to produce emotions throughout those physical changes, but on your relationship side, it's much more of a learning curve of how you connect with the world around you. And this month here on the physical side, it looks like you're going to be really ploughing on. Let's see what's going on the first week on your relationship side. Let's see what's happening there. Wanting to dream. Miracles can happen. You might find yourself at the bottom of a hole, just kind of going, life is, I just seem to be getting, people just don't seem to, be fair, or don't seem to be straight with me and everything like that. And it's believing in the miracles. I think this is, you've got to engage in love. You've got to be able to love what you're doing, and that's what the Two of Cups is around, in order for that possible miracles to happen in your life. Yeah. I don't know if one person's got a cat, but I've got a cat that keeps walking around me at the moment. Not a physical cat. It's a very energetical cat. If you've got cats walking around you and you're watching this reading at the moment, it seems to be it's a very friendly cat. Rubbing itself up against the legs. Could be an old cat of mine. But anyway, believing in miracles, I think within your relationship sides, I think it's opening up that idea of the heart, basically, that you might have shut it down because of past experiences. Yeah. Okay. So Five of Wands. It's a learning card. It's understanding of how you become the better example of yourself. There is also an aspect of fighting for your corner. That's what it seems like, and that could be within your material world, in your personal material world, but also within your job, within your business. It is you've got to be in it to win it sort of scenario here, and I think here is the first week. Here could be things could be sent through to you on a very trying week, physically, on the physical side of things. It's a trying week, and it's trying your resilience in regards to the outside world. It's also trying that aspect of being the best example of yourself. Don't bite on it. Don't get triggered, I think, in the first week. And in the first week on your emotional side, it's really recognizing that miracles do happen, and being emotionally engaged is a really good thing. Let's just see what's going on the second week now. Okay, so this could Ace of Pentacles. This could well be the healing of your heart that we were talking about. That's coming in those sort of first 2 weeks. The Ace of Pentacles. It's a real good start. It's starting with a healthy seed going forward, and this could be due to those miracles that happen in your life. and just meeting someone a little bit out of the bizarre, and all of a sudden you find someone who really fits with you. And this could be a really good thing. It could affect your heart when you're you might have gone through an emotional time over the past sort of like month, 2 months, and this is going to provide healing and almost like a way of sort of saying, I actually believe again. I believe in it all. Let's just see what's going on the financial sort of side. Yeah, walking away from something. Okay, so it's obviously much more on the financial sort of side. There's something that within the second week, you're walking away from something. I think it's been very conflictual of what you've been walking away from. There could be a little bit of conflict within the first week. Strive to be your best example of yourself. But whatever happens here is if you are striving to be your better self, you will walk away from something, and you'll get the help from everybody that is around you. You'll get the help from all your guides, the universe, energies, and stuff like that for this sort of month. But as I said, within the first 10, 15 days, there appears to be something, a moment of understanding within your consciousness. And this is where you might have to walk away and walk to happier, brighter shores for you. Let's just see what's going on the third week. Healing. That's exactly what I said after the Ace of Pentacles. I said this could be, well, you have a new opportunity. It could be a bit of a godsend that comes, that your prayers are answered in the first week. It sort of turns up in the second week, and by the third week, you're going to feel like, oh yes, this is possible, and it's going to give you that sensation of feeling of harmony, of healing within you in regards to your relationships. It's also sort of finding a new nest as well, sort of scenario. Let's just see what goes on your financial sort of side. Okay, this might come in as a bit of a shock actually, in regards to your karmic, your material side of life that you've got to walk away from. And as it comes in, by the third week, you've got to start putting into action plans and moving. There seems to be movement. As I said, you've got a lot on your plate. You might even have moving house and stuff like that, because that's what the Two of Wands is also indicating. It's a case here of where you're planning for the future. So this is in the third week. This is in the third week. So this is going from the 14th to the 21st of around that period of March, where you're setting in motion the plans of moving forward. And I think with this motion of going forward, it's like a new world that's opening up to you. And it's a new beginning, basically, by the looks of things. A new beginning. And it seems to have already kicked off within your relationship side. It's now sort of like things are coming to a head within your material side of life. Let's just see what's going on the fourth week. As I said, healing your heart. All of a sudden, by the end of March, you're going to start having a lot more control over your emotions in regards to your relationships with the people that are around you. It appears to be where you feel really good. That card just definitely wants to come out. It's twice it's tried to pop out there, so now it's definitely coming out. And on the financial side, you've got the Empress. So the marrying of body, mind and soul. It's learning how you connect with the world around you in regards to your material side of life. A very, very transitional month, and it reflects or mirrors the transitions that are happening in the collective as well. So I would engage in this transition and do not be afraid of it. How does it all sort of come out? April with lots, as I said, I think, and I said this when we were looking at your chakras, I think if you do set yourself out, you do need to clean up a few things. You need to put a bit of order in your house. Once you put a bit of order in your house, April is going to be a really good month. All of a sudden, you're going to be able to see clearly things. You're going to find things that you forgot about. Could well be sort of people, friends or family that you haven't seen for ages, and kind of like when it clears up, kind of going, oh yeah, I haven't seen that person in ages. Oh, what the hell are you doing? And then on your relation, on your financial sort of side, it's going to give you those ideas of, oh yeah, actually I could do that job, or I could do this business, and etc. etc. It looks really sort of looks like April's going to be a very good month. There's work to be done in March, engaging in that transition between now and the end of March. Okay, that's happening across the board in every single sector within the human consciousness. There you go, Scorpio. Thank you very much for being here, liking, sharing. Obviously, you must be subscribed by now. I can't believe you're not. If you're not, click that subscription bell, smash that subscription bell, click that that bell to give you the notification, and you will get lots more readings. You've got your weeklies coming out as well on Thursday. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.